Jack,
Mate,
Cassam,
how are you,
I'm
pal?
very well, thank you, man. Now, amazing story, I guess,
Yeah.
and adding zombies to it.
That's always a good one, you know. When in doubt, add zombies to it.
Did you have any apprehension about that, doing such an iconic story and with that twist to it?
Well, you know what, the book was like, New York Times bestseller. It was, I'd known quite for a long time about the book and about the movie because David O. Russell was initially going to do it with Natalie Portman. It's been through some pretty amazing hands, had a pretty good pedigree. So when I read it, it wasn't like out of nowhere because a title like Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, you'd think it was sort of like the undercard of like a B movie or something like that. So it's not what you expect. It's actually, when you do read it and you do see it, you're incredibly surprised at how well it works.
There's a lot of humour in the book, and I'm guessing in the film as well. So, I mean, does that come as a surprise? And how do you go about putting that into such an iconic story?
Well, it's actually very funny, the book initially. Like, Jane Austen was very funny, like her words. So it's like having someone like Matt Smith in it, who's such a brilliant actor, and just came in, and his character that is, in a sense, the comic reprieve from like this rather intense, gory, graphic zombie movie that's, played with Jane Austen. It helps a lot, but it made me laugh a lot,
And in terms of doing a British film as well, I mean, this one obviously is one of those. So how does that differentiate from some of the other films that you've done recently?
I jump back and forth a lot. I come do some theatre, I come do a movie. I've done a couple of movies, British movies this year. I mean, I try to sort of mix it up as much as I can because I am a British actor through and through, even though I lived out in the States for 12 years.
And finally playing the character of Mr. Wickham, an iconic character. How did you go about bringing that to the screen? I mean, did you look at previous incarnations or was it completely original?
Well, they're sort of ingrained in you. I actually was part of the curriculum. Like being, Pride and Prejudice is, I grew up, I was at school, I was taught it. I watched the BBC version there, you can't really help but remember everything that you've ever read before or seen before. So it was nice in this one. I think Wickham probably differs the most from the original text. He has rather interesting twist and turn. So, I think I got a little artistic license to do something new with him.
Thank you very much, man.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Right,
Thank you.
Take
Cheers.
it easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey,